Shaggy and Vybz Kartel have never been friends, but things are heat up, between the two of them, because Shaggy attack Vybz Kartel wicked. Give Vybz Kartel a uppercut in a rib cage. I want to know Kartel now in a rib cage already. But a war is brewing between them. And everybody has been coming at me. 119, you know, say nothing but the eye show brief. That a Kartel in I'm brief and the underpants and a wind up on the internet. It coming like if me not say something about the people can't sleep. Every day, everybody a come to me. Oh, we don't hear you talk about that. You don't say nothing about that. You don't say nothing about that. Since as you cannot sleep without hearing from 119 on this very touchy subject, I am going to tell you exactly what all of that is about. I'm going to tell you exactly why Shaggy attack Vybz Kartel now.
Things I did not say. I'm from Portmore, that's in Jane. You can do it on that dance.
Tick-tock, broke it, set it. Sing the banda. So hot, somehow you got.
Boy, I'm not telling a lie. Kartel, you have a piece of navel there. Master, I know you get that navel from me. The nurse will deliver you when you're a baby. He look like the nurse they never like you, master. Cause I don't know how she cut for your navel string so bad. Make your navel turn up. Your navel turn up like when like a tealy. I say your navel turn up. Your navel are compete with your teapot. Kartel. No man. He look like your navel string the tough. Could cut. I mean, if you just couldn't come out. Me don't know. But no, sir. If me have a neighbor like you, me never take off my shirt, make me woman seat. Anytime we are going to do nothing, me I make sure put something over there so we cover the neighbor the way you would shame. And you come and wind up with your big old neighbor. He in Kartel. Maga like a threat. Yo, me never know this man could have maga so still in him and maga, man. Iman maga. Come like when I broke any minute now. A one person see maga than Kartel. There is another artist who is very, boy, I'm coming like a skin and bone, come like a skeleton. Berries, man. When last you see Berries? Berries a skeleton in a man. Man maga, I see man. And Kartel, boy, I don't know. Kartel you don't look good. If anybody else afraid to tell you, let me tell you this. You don't have a body to show off. That body of yours is something that you should hide. If you wear so long sitting, cover up your hand them and your foot them and everything. No, sir. No, Kartel. I see them see pan him, man. See them. What pan that you can't look pan? And he attract you. No, sir. Any woman with Kartel turn on. How much the money them I think about? They can't look at him and turn on. No woman can look at Kartel and that turn them on. How much the money? Anytime they look at him, they see money and so they get turned on. Kai man, look how you man. You look cranny. You look cranny, Kartel. Not do it again. No. I'm going to tell you all the reason why Kartel did it. Because somehow no dep on my case. Who don't want to hear from me. But I understand. I know that you know I'm the authority on these kinds of things. So I forgive you. I give in and I will come and tell you exactly what is going on. Vybz Kartel and Shaggy are in a race. They are in a race for the Grammy Awards. Kartel put in a whole heap of work on an album to win the Grammy Award this year. When me said this year, you know what I mean? I really next year, February. Seeing, but the Grammy of this year, but the ceremony of February. So, Kartel has never won a Grammy. Now, both Kartel and Shaggy are rich. So, it's not about money for them at this point. It is about bragging rights. And Kartel was nominated last year and he lost to Keznamdi. Keznamdi, artist where a whole heap of people claim to them don't know about. When Keznamdi win the Grammy over Kartel, Lord Jesus, everybody begs. Everybody begs, especially the Gaza fan them. They don't know who name Keznamdi and this big artist Keznamdi. You know, try remember, you know. Try remember the furore in February when Keznamdi win the Grammy. But Kartel was not perturbed because he didn't do that. That album was a throwaway album. He just do something. No. He decided that next time is my time. And so I'm going at the studio and I'm putting some work. But while Kartel was putting in work, so was Shaggy. In fact, Shaggy's album is 7 years in the making, you know. 7 years Shaggy I work on the album, you know, when he come out with it, you know. But Kartel decided that next time of him time, he wants the Grammy Award. He want that Grammy there for bragging rights, you know, because remember say, you know, remember Beanie claimed to be the king of dancehall. And Kartel said, no, him are the king of dancehall. So one of the things where Beanie have over Kartel is a Grammy Award. Because he won a Grammy Award for his album, Art and Life. Kartel now have no Grammy. And Kartel decides, look, this album I may come with is for a Grammy. Shaggy has won Grammys 2 times. But Shaggy decided that this album must also be a Grammy album. And so recently, Shaggy went after Vybz Kartel wicked, saying basically that him are the real king of dancehall. Not in so many words, but at that him say, at that him mean when him say this.
Yes, I am still the only #1 Billboard album in the British chart or in the Billboard. Yes, I am still the only one with the first dancehall #1 with Old Carolina. Yes, I am still to this day no one has ever had a reggae or dancehall record or a Jamaican artist that debuted at #1 in the British chart. I'm still the only one with Mr. Boombastic, and I did it with Angel, debut at #1, and Wasn't Me, debut at #1. I'm sorry, I am just that. No, beat me. Yes, I'm still the only dancehall artist that is diamond selling.
And after Shaggy come out and say him are the real king, because that is what he's really saying. That is, him not use them words, but at that him I say, him not use the word king, you know. But at that him really I say, if him I say I'm the biggest thing in dancehall. They know that him I say I'm the king. He's a hopper cutting Kartel in a Lexus plexus. And I rib there. Right in I rib. And after him said that, somebody asked him about the Mount Rushmore of dancehall. In other words, who are the biggest and best artists of dancehall? And Shaggy list out the artists them and left out the king.
In no particular order, would have to be Yellowman, Shabba Ranks, Supercat, Bujo. You need a 5 Rushmore. You know, a Beanie Man too. You have a whole of them. I mean, it's really tough.
And all who question if Kartel shaky, why ain't come out in a so brief, I can wind up, so and I go answer. Some people are say ready to come out of the closet. And some people are say he look like he can get touched in a prison. But he have nothing to do with that. He have nothing to do with not a shakiness. I am going to tell you exactly what is going on. You know you can depend on me 119 to elucidate the issues Elucidate just mean for shed light pan. For shed light pan the issues. Me now come here can use so small words too, you know. Me can use some big words too. You must learn big words. If me every day and brought down every big word for you to understand. Me now brought down my vocabulary. So me can't talk properly and no. Me want to learn the big words them. Elucidate. That see me, I elucidate right now. Hey, me tell you about that boy how they one night, you know. But at the same time, me can't swear for no man. When it come to Kartel, me really not thinking shaky still, you know. But you never know. You never know, ladies and gentlemen. We can't swear for nobody at all in this time. Especially men who have money. Cause it look like anytime a man get money, the next thing he want a batty. Money, then batty. He just come like money equal to batty. When he get the money, he get enough pum pum. So till he don't want no more pum pum, now he want batty. He want to try bat. So you can never tell, and then something very troubling happened. You remember I said something very troubling happened when Kartel come from prison, you know. Very troubling. One of the first things he did that we saw him do with our very own eyes. He go hug up what? Fuggle duggle. The man go hug up a confessed wibble wobble, dibble double in the form of this fellow here.
You got here?
Yeah.
Remember, you know, and then man is a straight body cool.
Yeah.
And when the sun is shining, blood clot cool. And we know them girl old. When the sun on my nose, I'm out.
Obviously, Kartel, you know what go on, you dip on your phone and you must say, this brother, you know, dip on the straight and narrow. And you come hug him up. No, Kartel. No, that's the first sign. Questionable sign. And then you know the prison thing go. Oh Lord, that prison something there. Boy, I tell you that prison something there wicked, you know. You can imagine now, you are a man. God made us as sexual beings. We in the prison. We isla ride with. We use with fist. We tired of the fist. Not we. Them, the man, them must tired of the fist. I want something else. They want to feel the real deal. And with government, so wicked, man, that do not pack up peer man in our place, man. Peer man, I look by each other, man. Man in a there's a man. Every turn is a man. And for your thing, get up. When for your thing, get up, all you see is man. And you're tired of your fist rub out. No, sir. You're tired, all them tired, all your elbow at you. No, sir, you want something else. You want the real thing. And the government not provide, it's inhumane still, you know. For them not give it, demand them conjugal visits, you know. Conjugal visit just means that a woman can look for them and then provide a little room and then can do that thing in a little room. You see me? Come on, it's inhumane. What the man them for do? That's why a lot of them, especially those who do long stretches, 9 years, 10 years, 13 years. Although me feel say no Kartel must did have a money where he could have brew and make them just brew. You don't know what I mean when I say brew? You must know what I mean. Spend a little thing and make the water bring a little thing. But that must did go off a Kartel. But why? May I tell you? Anyway, me soon tell you where this putting on a boxers and winding up by Kartel, what that is all about. But the beef with the man Shaggy and the race for the Grammy Award is really on now. And Shaggy say, him and Kartel not talk more than so.
One more thing, you and Kartel talk?
I haven't spoken to Kartel thing, not since he's been out, no. I think years ago, I think Spice was talking to him on, on the phone, and then him say, yo, big up Shaggy. I say, yeah, man, yell him up for me, and that was it. But no, we haven't.
If you were to have that conversation, what do you think you guys would talk about?
First of all, I'm happy with what he's doing. Kartel is doing some amazing thing for him. He's another one. But if you come out of prison and you're creating this amount of stir, Doesn't it make everybody else look bad? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You can't blame Kartel. If me did lock up for the time, me I do exactly what Kartel I do. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Kudos to him. I do the right thing 100%.
There is no question whatsoever that a little war, not a little war, it's a big war, because it's a race towards the Grammy, and the Grammy award is not a little thing. It's a big war again, but it one-sided. Kartel only respond by you also using Shaggy's concept, which may go in a phone, right now, little after this. Open on the eyes and on the ears and on the mouth everywhere, you know. Because now go and like say, if me 119 can talk on this topic, everybody I go dead. I saw them I go on desperate, everybody they on my back. 119, want to Kartel a wind up. What? Like me, eh? Alright, me give in. Me come explain it to you. It's a very ticklish subject, you know, this topic here, you know. Very ticklish, you know. It's very, what you will call, nuanced. It's very nuanced. I mean, love we use them big words sometimes. You have to broke it down for somehow. Because I mean, everybody understand the big word them. Nuance, that just means so. You know, black and white. Because it's very funny, very funny. You have to have an analytical mind and you have to know music. You can analyze it. So let me analyze it for you. You see? Shaggy has done way better than Vybz Kartel when it comes to music sales and when it comes to international popularity. Kartel is not half as popular as Shaggy. Now make nobody fool you. No. It's two different markets. Kartel control the ethnic market, the black market, what you would call the urban market. But Shaggy has crossed over into all markets. He has crossed over into the pop market, the white market, every market. Shaggy performed on Michael Jackson's show, you know. Michael Jackson. That's how big him is. In their Michael Jackson level. I mean it, so I mean. Him there the level where Michael Jackson invited him to perform at the show. No. Kartel is at a lower level. And that is why Shaggy does way better numbers. So, for example, right now as we speak, Vybz Kartel is celebrating winning 9 awards from the IRAMA Awards, International and World Music, whatever it was named, award. That award is staged by a man named Ephraim Martin, who is a Jamaican. And them just give Kartel 9 awards. But, while Kartel is celebrating 9 IRAMA Awards, International Reggae and World Music Awards, that IRAMA stand for. While Kartel is celebrating 9 awards, you don't know where Shaggy is celebrate? 1 billion streams. Spotify just certify him.
So,
Kartel can't match up with Shaggy still, you know. Me I tell you the God truth, you know. And me is a Gaza fan, but me I tell you the truth, because you don't have to have an understanding for music if you understand certain things. You see me? So that's why me have the understanding. So that's why me come to teach, you know. See? Shaggy in the white market, Shaggy in the Latin market, Shaggy in the black market. Kartel in the black market. If you don't see 1 and 2 white people that sing Kartel song, them and thing, that's the exception. It's not the norm. So it's 2 different markets. When it come to money now, but look at when it come to money, Kartel can't reach like Shaggy, you know. Shaggy does not show off. But Shaggy make money long time, years Shaggy make money. I don't know if you remember say Kartel never did make the money for 13 years. Barely make the money. So Kartel can't have Shaggy money. Who know I hear how much money Shaggy spend per one tune?
almost every record that I put out when I'm at about 100, 150K in marketing. You know what I'm saying? Easily. I spend back on the record. There's no record that I didn't spend. You know, I have a team. I have, Willie Daniels. I have, people that I spend on radio. You know what I mean? I spend on ads. You know what I mean? I have to fly people around. Even just with Robin Thicke. You know, I have to fly him in. I got to put him up. I got to get these TV shows. I got to pay for backline. There's a lot of things you pay for. You know what I mean? But, you know, I might not have 3 Bentleys, you know, or a couple Ferraris and stuff like that. I put it right back into the music. You know what I mean? Because I know once it takes one to multiply that 5-10 times. That's the problem, I think, in the game, that most people are not. They put the record out and just think them doing a couple of social media posts and the record is going to go. The records don't work themselves. You have to work your record. You have to go out and be, as an artist, physically there, and you have to spend money on marketing it. You know?
Shaggy money not stop here, so don't make nobody fool in the ear. Kartel just show off him thing them and Shaggy keep him thing them quiet. That's all. But Shaggy have whole heap of money. And although Vybz Kartel had the biggest selling reggae album, dancehall. Let me not say reggae. He had the biggest selling dancehall album last year. But you know how much he sell? 2,000 copies. That was the biggest selling dancehall album for 2025. 2,000 copies.
Vybz Kartel's Viking 10th anniversary edition is the highest selling dancehall album released in 2025.
Anthony, 2025 is one of the poorest years in terms of sales for dancehall music. Now, Vybz Kartel's Viking, which is a re-released deluxe 10th anniversary edition, that was released in January. To date, October, it is the highest selling dancehall album released this year. Its first week sales were just under 2,000 units, enough for it to make the Billboard Reggae Albums chart. No other dancehall album made the chart this year. Now, I see elsewhere they're saying that other albums outsold Vybz Kartel. Nothing of the sort. Luminate did not give anybody any information about any album selling more than 1,000 units. Vybz Kartel's Viking is the only one. And by the way, that album has 40 million streams on Spotify. No other dancehall album released this year has that much streams.
And more Vybz Kartel news. He outperforms Billboard's top living reggae artist, Stick Figure, on the live concert circuit.
Now, Forbes reported this week that Stick Figure sold 100,000 tickets from their tour this year, and they made $8 million. Vybz Kartel's concert, the first 2 concerts he did in New York City at the Barclays, made $8.4 million. And he did 6 shows. So Kartel, just with 2 shows, outsold Stick Figure's entire 2025 tour. So big things going on for reggae itself, but Kartel is leading in terms of tour. Buju Banton, by the way, last year, his first 2 shows did 4.5 million. So homegrown Jamaican reggae and dancehall artists at a level outselling the white reggae band.
All right. So we're going to talk now about concerts. How about concerts? Because everybody's excited that Kartel sell out Barclays. Seeing? But Shaggy has performed in arenas to arena crowds too. Here is Shaggy performing at the UBS Arena, which was a sold-out affair. And Shaggy has performed with Sting. You don't know what it is to perform with Sting? Shaggy do a tour with Sting. See? Shaggy do a tour with Sting. You don't know who is Sting? From the Police. Big rock group. Well, rock reggae. You have to call it rock reggae. The Police. Sting is massive. He's white. That's the white audience. Vybz Kartel will never perform for those crowds. Those tickets are premium priced. Premium. The ticket for go Sting show. Triple the price for go Vybz Kartel show. So it's just 2 different levels altogether. Now Kartel is determined to get the Grammy. And Shaggy is determined to get the Grammy. And that is what all of this is about, ladies and gentlemen. So when you see Shaggy step out in a pink shirt, let me ask you a question. You never see Shaggy promote albums so hard? Never. Shaggy has released several albums. He has never promoted, and at least not since Hot Shots. He has never promoted the album so hard. He might go hard. Him the amount of interview, the amount of this, the amount of that, the amount of... I'm not hungry, Shaggy hungry. I'm not hungry, I'm hungry. Shaggy wants to make a statement that I'm still here, I'm still relevant after all this time. And Kartel come and I overshadow him. So Shaggy step out in him pink blouse because, what? A part of the promotional thing. You see me? And then now, Kartel say, what? What? I saw that you say, I saw you go on. All right. After you know more than me. You know more than me. So, Kartel go put on a brief. And put on a robe. And come out and wind up. and after them come with appealing to the anti-Batman in a way. Both of them did damage control. And I say two of them the damage control. Shaggy got harder in a theme damage control. Can't put the shirt pan in dog. And he do a sit with no power.
Yo, what about killer?
What killer your blood clot, Shaggy? How will you do to youth? Shaggy, how will you do to it? How will you get the shirt that you fire your blood clot stylist? Shaggy, you know you're one of the hero from Jamaica. You try much of the thing youth. Shaggy, me like this song with your rabbit tick. But you see your shirt, me hate it blood clot. That's it, man. Burn it up, don't get me close. Angry, miserable, bullet.
That was Shaggy's damage control, ladies and gentlemen. And then Vybz Kartel do a liquor thing, he do a liquor something. He go too hard in that film damage control.
So my fat on Instagram, I mean, I'm a boxers. A man a come talk about me in I show a brief. Hey, don't.
And interestingly, all of that was to appeal to the homophobia in us. The thing where we don't like Batman. Shaggy do it first, deliberately, and Kartel use the same strategy, the same concept of appealing to the anti-Batman in a way. That's all that is about. It is all it is about, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. It's the race for the Grammy. And I can't tell you, say, Shaggy album bad. I have listened to it twice. Good piece of album. Good songs. I must about 2 songs on it when ordinary. Good songs. The production way up there. The beats way up there. The mixing way up there. The vibe way up there. Everything. Me no see your Kartel will get the Grammy still, you know. Me I tell you the God truth, you know. Me no see your Kartel will get the Grammy, yeah. Because Shaggy have on him album Robin Thicke, Jeremiah, Sting, and then you know him have some Jamaicans pan like Berries. Me not like the Berries tune. Berries not sing good pan the song. And him have people like 450, him have Dexter Daps. How else him have on the album? Him have some other people, man. Can't remember everybody now, but the album bad. Me no Shaggy will get the Grammy. Shaggy, well, if I were to predict, me not think Kartel will get the Grammy. But that is what this is about. And both of them plug them albums hard.
Album is coming in June. Watch out. What you got? Oh, wow.
come like you forget who Vybz Kartel is. Who remember say Vybz Kartel was always a marketing genius, you know. When it come to the thing kind of left him little, cause him did there a prison so long, he kind of run well left him. But when Shaggy come and do that thing and him see the steroid cause, him just alright. Same concept. Lick it on them. That's all it is about. That is all that was about, nothing else.
I can say this about Vybz Kartel. Vybz Kartel is and has always been controversial, outrageous, and spontaneous. You know what I mean? And one thing that one can expect from Vybz Kartel is the unexpected. Vybz Kartel can only be Vybz Kartel, you know. I cannot be what you want me to be or what she or the old lady wants me to be. I have to be true to myself and just be Vybz Kartel. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, well, Tom is the next Bob Marley, or Tom is the next Bounty Killer, or Tom is the next this. I am the first Vybz Kartel. Okay. I can't be the next this or the next that. I got to be me. This business as usual. For Vybz Kartel, nothing personal. Although a lot of other artists take it. That's why a lot of artists in Vybz Kartel running the place now and trying to get their 15 minutes of fame. Their 15 minutes of fame gone a long time, and no matter what they do, it can't come back. It's Vybz Kartel time now, and you have to accept that when it is not my time, I will accept that and retire gracefully.
Why are people so fascinated by you?
Because I do things my way. I think of that. In the same way when the system rise against me, they stand up on my 2 foot and I fight it. People respect the underdog who can fight back and win, you know. And people respect a youth to come different. So it's just a combination of a lot of things that make Vybz Kartel so appealing.
It's just promotion for his album. And because he won the Grammy, and the main competitor is going to be Shaggy. And trust me, Vybz Kartel well won the Grammy. He well won the Grammy, yeah. He just want to have it. He don't want to have something that's the one thing. You know, like when you win everything else, but there's this one medal where you want, this one trophy where you want, or this one award where you want, or I can't tell that. The Grammy is all it's about. And to be honest with all of you, Vybz Kartel said that Shaggy and Sean Paul is not dancehall, is not the authentic dancehall. See it, yeah? Yard Hype says Vybz Kartel says Sean Paul and Shaggy's music is not authentic dancehall. And of course, you know, I beg to differ big time. Bigly with your Kartel. Even if you can moot the point. Moot. You don't know that word? M-O-O-T. I never say mute, you know. Not M-U-T-E, you know. M-O-O-T. That's when, like, you have an argument. You moot a point. Like, you have a debate. So, the moot. Yo, me I tell you, say me a teacher, you know, you see, man. Who no coming like my students, you know. M-O-O-T. It's mean it's up in the air. Seeing? So, if you can put forward a point that is open to debate. That's how a mood mean. That Shaggy is a more, you know, watered down artist. You certainly cannot say that about Sean Paul. Sean Paul's, the hits them will make Sean Paul bust bigger foreign is raw, authentic dancehall. Them not fused with nothing. Them not fused with hip hop, R&B, nothing. Is the tune, give me the light, that a raw dancehall, Vybz Kartel. Get busy, that a raw dancehall. Me agree, say, but even Oh Carolina, cause that tune about Shaggy, you know. Oh Carolina, and incidentally and very importantly, because of 119 alone, I go, open my ears and my eyes, if see them sitting here. Nobody else now can tell them things. That's why I never rate 119. That's why I must send a thing, come give me. Send a thing for me, man. Every now and then, I don't send a little thing, come give me there. Yes, but I'm saying to you, this is what the point I want to make to you now. You see this thing that is going on now with Steven the Genius, Hill and Gully? You don't realize a Shaggy started? What if you realize a Shaggy started? Shaggy was the first one to do it. Shaggy was the first one to bring back Mentor to dancehall. When he did that, oh Carolina, Carolina, darling, come back and make me fan. a Shaggy. So to say Shaggy is not authentic dancehall, I wouldn't agree at all. He fuses his music, but he's a dancehall artist. What is he? He's not a pop artist. He's a dancehall. He's a pop. He's a R&B. He's a hip hop. He's dancehall. He's reggae dancehall. Not to mention Sean Paul. that is not even arguable. Sean Paul does raw, authentic dancehall. And so does Shaggy. Most of Shaggy's songs are raw, authentic dancehall. He experiments. But a dancehall. Seen Vybz Kartel? So anyway, this says, with the new trends that are happening in the music business recently, now that the Afrobeats done by African artists who borrow the dancehall sound quite often is being played on radio in the UK, the United Kingdom, more often than dancehall music these days. Yes, that is so true. But from Kartel come from prison, when I hear not more about Afrobeats. Kartel just come overshadow the Afrobeats. So it says, some Jamaicans have begun wondering if dancehall music could be losing its popularity. They are talking on social media about dancehall music and why people who are not Jamaicans are getting the awards and the money from doing dancehall music these days. And it says, Vybz Kartel was a part of the conversation on Instagram and had this to say. So Vybz Kartel pitching on Instagram. There was a conversation going on Instagram. So dancehall does lose its sting so. And the people who make money from dancehall are mostly like foreigners and so on, the Afrobeat man them. Because the Afrobeat man, they're rich, The whole of the stars, the Afrobeat stars, they are multi-millionaires, it's not billionaires, some of them, Yeah, man, they're rich, man. So, Vybz Kartel joined the conversation and said this, quote, "Uno buy music, none at all, or support nothing, so no matter. A social media make uno think uno opinion matters. Youths dictate what music is, so shut the F up and go sort out uno life. Uno can't stop nothing." In a text comment, he said, quote, "Shaggy and Sean Paul do authentic dancehall? No, but them sell gold or platinum a morning. So shut the F up and stop chat off on the mouth, cause you now buy music." Boy, me I tell you, say Kartel, I want to sometimes Kartel no means words, But, boy, if running come from prison is a new Kartel, Totally different Kartel we are seeing now from the one we go in. What a man make a 180-degree turnaround. And it continues, there was a comment from one user that said, quote, "Harsh, but I have to say, I get where Vybz Kartel is coming from. Do you think Jamaica has any chance of saving the music culture?" And it continues, it says, "Kartel's statement has caused people to start thinking about Sean Paul and Shaggy's music. The two most successful dancehall artists from Jamaica put out music that was not authentic dancehall." Why don't you keep saying that, man? Why don't you keep talking rubbish, man? If you don't know nothing about music, man, shut up, man. 90% of Sean Paul sang them up raw dancehall. Shaggy, I would say about 50% of Shaggy's songs are raw dancehall songs. Nothing like that. It says, producer, not nice, weighed in with a long caption. He believes the Jamaican producers should play their part in curving the sound of the music that comes out of Jamaica, the hub of dancehall and reggae. He believes the foreign artists who are making chart-topping reggae and dancehall music validate Jamaican music more than the Jamaicans. Oh boy. Scatterburrell added a comment also. Right, a big conversation this year, man. Scatterburrell and Not Nice and Vybz Kartel. Big conversation this. He believes dancehall has been on life support locally for a tall while now. Because if you say long, I guess you have to talk about something else. If you say long, so you have to say tall while now. He believes the real players who know the authentic sound stepped back and refused to unite and collaborate in order to keep the movement going. He doesn't blame the youth who are now doing their own thing to make money with the music. Anyway, let me just say this right as well. You see that sitting there when you trap dancehall is the worst thing that has ever happened to Jamaican music. The worst thing. The single most destructive element to Jamaican music from Jamaican music originated in the late 1950s to early 60s till now. The worst move that anybody has ever made with Jamaican music is when we move into this damn foolishness named trap dancehall. It's foolishness. It's not Jamaican. It's not the sounds of Jamaica. It's not the cadence of Jamaica. It's not the melodies of Jamaica. It has nothing to do with Jamaica. It's all England drill and American hip hop. It are the problem. But now I'm happy to see that the Jamaican sounds are coming back. It have some hip hop. It have hip hop elements. It have trap elements like some of the sounds and stuff. Trap sound. The sounds. Me not talk about all the beat, Bill. Just the sounds. Seeing WYFL rhythm. Me talk about. Seeing, and now the Ilan Gully, and some other tune. You have some other tune where I bring back the real Jamaican vibe. It's not gonna sound the same, you know. It's not gonna sound like the 1980s and the 1990s because this is 2026. But at least it sounds Jamaican. When you hear it, you can identify. Say that's Jamaican music. Seeing, sound low. This damn foolish about trap dancehall, man. I'm so happy. It depends on the decline, you know. It out for disappear apparently. And trust me, it's gonna be a ding-dong battle between him and Shaggy. Because Shaggy, when it comes to the politics part of the Grammy Awards, Shaggy have it locked. Because Shaggy has been signed to big companies. Vybz Kartel has never been signed to big companies and so on. I don't see how Kartel is gonna beat Shaggy for the Grammy. But you know what is very, very interesting? Is that Shaggy a thump up Kartel and Kartel now respond. He now respond because I have a thing named conflict phobia. Am I words them there? I come up with that. But the conflict phobia, he don't like conflict again. From in prison, he's avoiding conflict totally. So he has not responded to Shaggy any at all. Him stay down on the canvas and the referee is counting down. So you better get up, Kartel. Get up off of the canvas, master. 119.